from ancient cities carved in stone to living landscapes shaped by ice and fire. UNESCO World Heritage Sites protect the very best of our shared story. This countdown takes you across continents to places that changed art, science, faith, and the way we see nature. You'll find medieval marvels, desert cathedrals of rock, rain-soaked jungles, and volcanoes that inspired masterpieces. Each stop is a window into human creativity, or Earth's raw power, preserved so we can experience them today. Ready to build a bucket list with meaning? Let's count down 25 World Heritage Sites you need to see. Number 25, Historic Center of Bruges, Belgium. Bruges is a time capsule of Northern Europe's Golden Age, where canals mirror stepped gabled houses and slender brick towers. The city flourished on medieval trade and fine textiles, and its preserved street plan shows how wealth and faith shaped daily life. Guild halls, belfry, and market square still set the rhythm. Walkable lanes reveal decorative facades in warm brick and stone, lace traditions, and artworks born from merchant patronage. At dusk, bridges glow over still water, and carillons mark the hour as they have for centuries. Bruges shows how a trading hub became an enduring work of urban art. Number 24, Hallstatt Dachstein, Salzkammergut, Austria. Here, glittering lakes meet steep limestone walls, but the real treasure lies underground. Salt shaped Hallstatt's destiny for millennia. Mined since prehistoric times, traded along alpine routes, and funding the elegant buildings you see today. The cultural landscape blends village, lake, and high mountains into one continuous story of survival and ingenuity. Timber architecture hugs slopes. Boathouses rest on clear water. Ancient burials and tunnels reveal Europe's deep past. Mist moves across the lake like a curtain between eras. It's a rare place where natural beauty and human history feel inseparable. Number 23, Historic Center of Salzburg, Austria. Salzburg showcases Baroque vision at city scale. Domes, courtyards, and orderly streets anchored by a fortress above the river. music runs through its identity. Sacred choirs once filled ornate churches, and the city became a center of composition and performance. Marble, stucco, and soft stone create a creamy palette that glows in changing light. Squares open suddenly between narrow lanes, revealing fountains and arcades designed to uplift daily life. The historic core proves how art, faith, and civic planning can harmonize into a city that feels both grand and intimate. Number 22. Palace and Gardens of Schönbrunn, Vienna, Austria. This former imperial summer residence is a complete Baroque universe. Palace, formal gardens, avenues of shade, fountains, and vistas designed to impress. Inside, richly decorated rooms chart centuries of diplomacy, ceremony, and domestic life at the center of a vast empire. Outside, geometry meets nature. Hedges and parterres frame long sightlines, and terraces climb toward a hilltop viewpoint. The complex preserves layers of style, from grand state apartments to intimate salons, revealing how power communicated itself in architecture and landscape. It's royal theater on a monumental stage. Number 21. Amalfi Coast, Italy. Here, mountains dive into a luminous sea, and terraces step down in green bands of orchards and stone. The coastal road threads along cliffs, but the World Heritage value lies in how people tamed a dramatic setting. Carving footpaths, building perched villages, and cultivating steep slopes for centuries. Domes, campaniles, and courtyards cluster above coves, where water turns glass blue on calm days. Light changes everything. Mornings are silver, afternoons warm the limestone. Evenings paint the horizon gold. It's a model of human adaptation to a rugged but irresistible landscape. Number 20. The Dolomites, Italy. These pale mountains rise like a fossilized sea, their jagged forms catching fire at sunset, a phenomenon locals call alpenglow. The site protects a spectacular textbook of geology. Ancient reefs lifted skyward, sculpted by ice, and weather into towers. Needles and vast plateaus. Meadows and forests at their feet support traditional alpine life, while the cliffs above chart Earth's deep time in layered rock. The Dolomites are not just scenic, they're scientific, revealing how continents moved and climates shifted, leaving a cathedral of stone as witness. Number 19. Historic Center of San Gimignano, Italy. Medieval skylines rarely survive, but here a forest of stone towers still pierces the Tuscan sky. Families once built these vertical symbols as status and defense. Today, they give the town its unmistakable silhouette. Streets converge on civic squares where public life unfolded. Markets, justice, pageantry, frescoes inside civic buildings speak to a community that balanced faith, commerce, and art. Stone, brick, and warm plaster create a palette that changes with the sun, while vineyards beyond the walls show continuity between town and countryside. San Gimignano is a vertical memory of the Middle Ages. Number 18. Cinque Terre, Italy. 5 cliff-hugging villages and the terraces between them form a single cultural landscape. Over centuries, residents retained soil on steep slopes with dry stone walls, turning a wild coast into ribbons of vines and orchards. Footpaths link hamlets where pastel houses perch above coves, and small harbors speak to a life tied to the sea. The inscription honors this balance of human persistence and rugged nature, a place built by hand, stone by stone, against wind and gravity. Waves glitter below. Hillside lanes carry the rhythm of daily life above. Number 17. Cathedral, Alcázar, and Archive of the Indies, Seville, Spain. A vast Gothic cathedral, a palace shaped by intricate geometric art, and an archive that chronicles ocean-spanning voyages. Together, they tell a story of faith, craftsmanship, and global exchange. The cathedral's soaring interior reflects ambition and devotion in carved stone and light. The palace blends styles developed over centuries, where courtyards, carved stucco, and tile work turn shade and water into luxury. The archive preserves maps, letters, and records that changed world history. In one city block, you can trace how ideas, materials, and people reshaped a continent and beyond. Number 16. Historic Center of Córdoba, Spain. Córdoba's heart is defined by a masterpiece of arches and columns, an interior forest that evolved across eras. As powers shifted, the building absorbed them, creating a unique space where layers of artistry coexist. Outside, narrow streets knot into courtyards filled with flowers. A tradition of domestic architecture that cools and connects. Stone bridges, old walls, and quiet squares reveal a city that once led in scholarship and science. The World Heritage inscription recognizes a rare urban fabric where cultures met and left enduring beauty. Number 15. Old City of Dubrovnik, Croatia. Encircled by intact stone walls and towers, this maritime city presents a perfect outline against the Adriatic. Inside, a gridded plan of polished streets, limestone facades, and arcaded public buildings shows disciplined urban design shaped by commerce and self-rule. Earthquakes, wars, and fires tested it. Yet the city rebuilt within its historic form, preserving a coherent whole. Sunlight bounces off pale stone, sea breezes sweep lanes that once carried goods and ideas. Dubrovnik stands as a model of a compact, fortified city that kept its identity across the centuries. Number 14. Plitvice Lakes National Park, Croatia. Water is the architect here. Over time, mineral-rich streams built natural dams of travertine. Creating terraces of turquoise lakes linked by countless waterfalls. The landscape is alive and changing. Barriers grow where moss and algae trap calcium. While new cascades appear as water finds fresh roots. Wooden walkways float just above the surface, letting you move through mist and birdsong without disturbing the fragile system. Seasons transform the colors, from emerald in summer to crystal and white in winter. It's a living laboratory of geology and biology at work. Number 13. Old Bridge area of Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina. An elegant stone arch spans a river cleft, connecting two banks and two histories. For centuries, the bridge symbolized the meeting of cultures and the daily act of crossing. Its destruction and conflict shocked the world. Its careful reconstruction became a message of resilience and reconciliation. Around it, old streets, craft shops, and riverside homes form a cityscape that rises from layered traditions. The site honors both the original engineering and the modern commitment to restore heritage as a path toward healing. Number 12. Historic Center of Český Krumlov, Czech Republic. This town curls like a ribbon around a bend in the river, crowned by a vast castle complex. Renaissance and Baroque facades line cobbled lanes. Painted sgraffito and pastel plaster catch soft light. The castle's towers and courtyards overlook a compact urban scene that has changed little in centuries. Courtyard culture, workshops, and small squares speak to a Central European life where trade, governance, and art intertwined. It's an almost complete picture of a small town that kept its soul intact. Number 11. Budapest, banks of the Danube, Castle Quarter, and Andrassy Avenue, Hungary. A grand river cuts the city in two, reflecting domes, bridges, and avenues planned for a modern age. On one bank, a historic hilltop quarter clusters around fortifications and official buildings. On the other, wide boulevards showcase theaters, mansions, and city life. Designed for the 19th century. Thermal waters bubble underfoot, shaping a bathing culture that's part of everyday rhythm. The inscription highlights how natural setting, urban planning, and architecture combine into a single, legible masterpiece. Number 10. Historic Center, Old Town of Tallinn, Estonia. Here, defensive walls, watchtowers, and merchant houses tell the story of a medieval trading hub on the Baltic. Red roofs cascade down from a hilltop stronghold to a lower town of guild halls and storied lanes. Wood-framed interiors hide behind stout stone exteriors, proof of a city that balanced commerce and caution. The street plan survives with remarkable clarity, and the skyline, spires and turrets, still reads like a medieval skyline should. Tallinn's Old Town preserves the textures of daily life in a northern European port centuries ago. Number 9. Ha Long Bay, Vietnam. Thousands of limestone towers rise from calm, jade-colored water. Their base is undercut by waves and time. Caves and arches reveal the region's geologic past. Myths give names to shapes that seem almost alive. The bay's stillness amplifies sound. Paddles, birds, wind through cliffs, while mist softens outlines into a dreamscape. The World Heritage listing recognizes both scenic splendor and the processes that created it. It's a place where slow geology meets quiet navigation, and where water and stone compose a world of their own. Number 8. Iguazu National Park, Argentina, Brazil. A vast horseshoe of falls roars through subtropical forest, sending spray into the canopy and rainbows into the sky. Dozens of cascades thread together, splitting and rejoining around islands of rock and vegetation. The site protects not just the water spectacle, but also rare wildlife that thrives in the surrounding ecosystem. Catwalks and viewpoints bring you close without overwhelming the setting. The sheer scale, sound, and power make Iguazu a benchmark for waterfalls worldwide. An immersive encounter with a river transformed into thunder. Number 7. Galapagos Islands, Ecuador. These volcanic islands are a living laboratory of evolution. Isolated currents and microclimates produced species found nowhere else, and unique behaviors emerged in a world with few predators. The landscape ranges from black lava to highland mists, with clear waters that reveal marine life thriving over reefs and sandy shelves. Protection focuses on both land and sea, recognizing that the ecosystem is one connected whole. The Galapagos are significant not only for biodiversity, but for how they changed human understanding of life on Earth. Number 6. Pre-Hispanic city of Teotihuacan, Mexico. Avenue, plazas, and monumental pyramids align with celestial events, revealing a master plan that fused urban life with the cosmos. At its height, this was one of the largest cities on the planet. Its influence radiating across Mesoamerica. Murals, apartment compounds, and workshops show a complex society of artisans, traders, and rulers. The scale still astonishes. Broad steps, vast platforms, and sightlines meant to shape collective experience. Teotihuacan endures as a testament to urban vision and spiritual geometry. Number 5. Historic Center of Cusco, Peru. Stone speaks here. Immense, perfectly fitted blocks form foundations that have survived quakes and time. Streets follow a plan set by an imperial capital, later overlaid with colonial architecture that adapted to the Inca base. The result is a layered city where walls, plazas, and courtyards tell two intertwined stories. High-altitude light sharpens every edge. Evening brings warmth to adobe and stone. Cusco's World Heritage status recognizes a living city that preserves the memory of an empire and a dialogue between cultures. Number 4. Canadian Rocky Mountain Parks, Canada. Glaciers carve valleys, turquoise lakes fill basins behind natural dams. Fossil beds record ancient seas. This serial site protects a sweep of mountain landscapes where geologic time is on full display. Forests climb to meadows and then to rock and ice, hosting wildlife adapted to each band. Waterfalls drop from hanging valleys. Peaks rise in serried ranks of dark and light stone. Trails and roads offer access, but the essence is the intactness of the system. Mountains, rivers, and life connected across a vast, protected corridor. Number 3. Wadi Rum, protected area, Jordan. Sandstone and granite massifs tower above a desert floor scored by dry riverbeds. Wind and water sculpted cliffs into pillars, bridges, and domes. Light turns the rock from rose to amber to red. Inscriptions and rock art record travelers who crossed here for millennia, leaving messages in an open-air archive. Silence is part of the experience. An acoustic landscape as much as a visual one. Wadi Rum is celebrated for geology, archaeology, and the enduring presence of desert culture shaped by this terrain. Number 2. Ancient city of Sigiriya, Sri Lanka. A massive rock rises from forest like a monument made by nature, crowned by the remains of a royal citadel. On its flanks, delicate frescoes survive in sheltered niches. At its feet, symmetrical water gardens channel shade and breeze. Stairways climb through lion-shaped gateways to terraces with long views over green plains. The site blends landscape design, engineering, art, and defense into a single composition. Sigiria's story, power, retreat, and legacy still resonates in stone, water, and paint. Number 1. Fujisan, sacred place and source of artistic inspiration. Mount Fuji, Japan. Perfectly conical and snow-capped for much of the year, this volcano is both a natural landmark and a cultural compass. Pilgrims traced routes to its slopes. Artists and poets framed it in prints and verse. Modern life still looks to it as a symbol of endurance and grace. The mountain's form dominates surrounding plains and lakes, changing mood with weather and season. The inscription honors the intertwining of nature, spirituality, and creativity. A mountain that shaped identity as much as it shaped the horizon. These places aren't just photogenic. They're touchstones of who we are and how we got here. Each site guards a chapter of human brilliance or Earth's story, inviting you to step inside and feel the scale of time. Which one called to you first? A cliff-walled desert, a city of towers, a mountain that became a muse? Tell us in the comments. If this journey sparked ideas for your next trip, like and subscribe to Adventure Travel. We'll keep exploring the world's greatest stories, one unforgettable place at a time.